Alright, y'all, we're back for some more reactions to Ben 10 related stuff, man. And we got, what's it called? Ben 10 versus an Invincible Isn't Fair. By Tyler. I don't know who this is, man, but I saw it pop up and I'm like, oh, okay, let me see what the word is. I think I may have heard him before. But yeah, what is this Ben 10 versus Invincible Isn't Fair? I don't know who you are. I don't know what you're about. But it better be isn't fair as in Ben 10 would destroy him. I personally know nothing about Invincible. Literally, I don't even know his powers. I don't even know if that's his real name. But I don't care who he is. He's not beating Ben. So this better be a whole 11 minute and 17 second of blazing Ben. So make sure you like and sub up if you like Ben 10. We're going to see if Mr. Ty Learned stays on my radar.
Greatest protectors of their respective Earths, with Mark by the end of the series being the strongest Viltrumite, while Ben by the end of his own series has taken down pretty much every major threat in his universe. And I think thematically
Invincible is the
this matchup fits
strongest.
very well since we see them develop as heroes, with Ben going from an immature brat to an actual man, while Mark was a boy who always dreamed of being a hero, and is now currently dealing with becoming the monster his father wanted him to be. However, both heroes rise through every trial and error and remain to be the greatest superheroes to ever.
Is he holding his breath in space?
Now, for
Ben
this
would never.
video, we will be using the show for Invincible, while Ben will be in his Alien Force era, as these are two versions of.
What? Whoa. You're only using the Alien Force version of Ben versus Invincible of his whole show. Did I hear that right?
Characters I never get to go over. Plus, we have 3 seasons to cover for both characters. I know season 3 isn't technically fully out for Invincible, but I'll give a rough estimation as to where Mark would be hypothetically by the end of that season. And I feel like this makes the scaling more interesting rather than me just always bringing up that one feat of the 3
on YouTube? I think I ask this every time.
Over and over and over again every time I make an Invincible scaling video. Anywho, we'll start with Invincible as his new season just came out recent. We know going into season 3, Mark has gotten 138% stronger, 65% faster, and 70% more endurance. We'll use this.
Endurance had an I in it. But he's still not strong. I don't. What kind of numbers was that? Was that real? Can somebody clarify that?
Upscaling from previous feats in the other 2 seasons. This infamous scene of Omni-Man wiping out that planet full of aliens was calculated to be around small country level.
Oh,
and I believe Mark would scale to this feat, as Mark, while not holding back, is able to fight Viltrumites who are harming Nolan, not being casual. Some of you may mention the season 1 finale,
bro, Invincible I always see him bloody,
holding back on one another, so I don't think this is all that relevant for scaling. And this is a feat, mind you, Omni-Man performed super casually, so I believe we could apply this to Mark as well. And due to him being 1.38 times stronger, we can say that Mark could at least generate 1.4 teratons of TNT. But even with that in mind, I'll compare that scaling to Ben's other stuff when we get there. Anywho, this is as far as we can take Mark.
But it's not fair. I mean, it's the title of the video. I'm tripping. But like, please don't do this to me. Don't do this to me today, man. I just got home and I'm recording a video. Don't do this to me, man.
But when he's out on more casual,
he's only using the Alien Force aliens. That's not, bro.
I'm getting this number based on his casual meteor stopping.
What did you say?
1.3 gigatons. On a more casual level, I'd say he's at least generating over 1.3 gigatons. I'm getting this number based on his casual meteor stopping.
Don't do this to me, bro. Please.
That value and multiplied it with.
If Invincible, aka what? Mark. If he wins, bro, I'm not uploading this.
Boost.
I'm still gonna upload it.
Suppressed, he's around large.
Don't do this to me, Mark.
When he's not holding back, he can generate enough energy to destroy country. As far as his speed goes, there are multiple feats sprinkled throughout the show that suggest Invincible is bare minimum relativistic to even faster than light. Mark and Omni-Man playing catch and Mark traveling to the moon within a few seconds have both been calced at sub-relativistic to even 0.3%
don't do this to me.
The speed of light. But the best speed scaling, in my opinion, comes from Nolan, who can travel to a planet multiple galaxies away. Based on the time frame Nolan had, this would put him at around 32 million times the speed of light. Now, Mark, when he is...
Bro, he uses math just like this other dude, KC2000, I reacted to the other day.
Holding back, does scale to...
Where do y'all get this math from?
However,
why is there an E in it?
I can say that's the same for speed. Especially as of right now in the series, where Mark, in all honesty, is not on Omni-Man's tier when it comes to speed. It's up to you if you want to apply this feat to Mark or not, but I think it's interesting to keep in mind for the discussion. I think for the show's continuity to say he's moving at the speed of light is not far-fetched to say, but I can't confidently say that
Who is
he's
that? Is that
combating
him?
and
Is that
reacting
what
at
you look
32
like?
million times the speed of light in the show. As far as hacks goes for the Viltrumite, he has knowledge of close quarters combat, regeneration, resistance to mind control, electrical-based
Oh, this
attacks,
is a
and
lot of
can guide
invincible
things like
glazing.
radiation,
Don't do this to
poison, or
me,
cold and hot
Tyler.
temperatures. And of course, with the ability to baby rage, he can increase his power exponentially. Mark Grayson is the strongest superhero Earth has to offer,
Every
but
clip is
how
him
does he
being beat
compare
up.
to
Like,
the
Ben never
heroic
looks like
heroes?
this.
Ben Tennyson, during his time in Alien Force, developed into probably the most mature version of the character. Not only has he learned to be a hero on his own, but he's learned similarly to Mark that he has to take the villains down, not out, or else he'll
Okay.
be no better than the evil he takes down. This version of Ben as well has some of his most iconic and underrated aliens that I don't really get to speak on. Diamond Head by this point of the series is one of Ben's strongest aliens,
Oh, we got
with him
Diamond Head. We
being
got Diamond Head.
capable
We're
of
good. We're
bringing
good.
down Vilgax. What's interesting to note about this Vilgax is that he's actually 10 times stronger than the one from the original series. You know, the same one capable of scarring way big, which
At Raising Cane's, we focus on
Oh,
making
don't give me an ad, bro. This is too crucial to give me a food ad, man.
From relieving roughness to soothing skin.
Don't do
there's
this to me.
before
Don't. You
and
better
without
say Ben
before.
wins, bro. Don't do
would
this
in
to
all
me,
honesty
man.
put him above the
Tyler,
likes of Cannibal,
Tyler,
and this is the same alien who is capable of stopping a world-ending threat. Even if you
the
don't
big
like this
tick
line of
don't count.
scaling, within the Ben 10 community, there are calculations for Echo Echo suppressing a nuclear grenade and Big Show freezing the Null Void, with both coming out to around island and country level. The Null Void feat arguably could be higher as well, as the Void is infinite in size, but I feel like that's kind of nerdy to bring up in a conversation when I'm trying not
Nerdy.
to glaze one character over the other. We even have aliens like Goop being capable of pulling a planet together with the kinetic energy coming
Oh,
out
he
to
did do
around
that. He do that.
1.6
Yep, he did do
exaton,
that.
which for reference is enough energy to wipe out continents. This goat alien, this ultimate
I
celebrity
like
killer who
that.
listens
Put that
to
bass
us
in
and
your
can produce
voice.
enough energy to wipe out continents. And of course we have his other goat aliens that do kind of scale to each other, like Chromastone, Swampfire, and even Humongosaur. These guys at least somewhat harm Vilgax, so they should be significantly stronger than the old one. And they should be at least upscaling from weaker feats like forearms being able to crack the outer shell of the big
What?
tick. Ben suppresses himself like Mark, which is why he gets caught lacking by things he usually shouldn't be, but it's the same reason Invincible gets caught off guard as well and loses a lot.
Right.
He doesn't want to kill people, that's not his style. So Ben's AP is kind of all over the place, but I think when he goes all out, he can definitely stop threats that are capable of threatening.
Right? I hope you're getting to where I hope
World.
you're getting
Now,
to,
as
Mr.
far as speed
Tyler.
goes, even guys like Kevin are
Your
reacting
career's
to
on the
beams of
line.
light
Don't do
point
this to
blank
me, man.
range
This is my
with
first.
calculations
This is my first video I'm reacting to you of. Don't do this to me, Tyler. Your Ben 10 card is at risk.
putting him at
Don't do
over
this.
1.1 times the speed of light. All of Ben's aliens should upscale from this, with the likes of Jet Ray being far faster than this. This has been Speed Alien, of course, so it may not
Stomach's
come
starting
as
to
a
hurt because of you,
surprise to
man.
that he's a
Oh,
lot
I'm good
faster
now.
than this, with his greatest feat being able to jump into hyperspace. This bare minimum requires Ben to be moving at massively faster than light speeds, which would give him
What?
speed to at least contend with Mark's higher ends. Even aliens like Jet Ray and Chromastone can shoot beams of light that probably move faster
Good
than
guy.
light, since they're combating and tagging characters faster than light. It sounds kind of crazy, but when you think about it and put it into perspective, it does kind of make sense. As far as hacks goes, Ben has a lot of abilities to pick and choose from. He can shoot fire and plant-based moves with Swamp Fire, maybe even
Right.
put them to sleep. Big Chill can freeze and phase through Invincible, allowing him to freeze him inside out. Brainstorm has electricity. Echo Echo has sound-based moves, which we do know would come in handy, especially after the recent episodes that dropped. He could pummel him with Humongosaur, shoot beams, and absorb energy with Chromastone, and
Right.
technically can't die with him. There's also Goop and Big Chill's intangibility, along with the other OG aliens that Ben could choose from. And of course, there is always the funny idea of Ben scanning Mark's DNA, which I know a lot of you are probably curious about. Which I will say is technically possible, given the fact that
Is
Mark
this him?
is part alien, and the Omnitrix may just scan the Viltrumite DNA and put it into his watch, allowing him to become somebody even stronger than Mark himself. But I think we could talk
That would
more
be
about
cool.
that in the fight scenario, so let's get that out of the way.
Here we
We'll
go.
say for
Tyler,
this
your
scenario,
career.
Mark and
Tyler, my microphone. Your career's on the line, Tyler. Whatever, man. Your career's on the line. Don't do this to me. I just got home and started recording immediately. Don't do this to me, Tyler.
Ben, for some reason, get into a squabble over beating up some
This
flying
picture hard. I
bees,
might use this in the
leading
thumbnail.
into the public, then telling them to fight each other. We'll say that this is Alien Force Season 3 Ben, so he's kind of in his bag, and this leads into him deciding to play around.
That looks
and,
cool, too.
You know, him and Mark would decide to fight each other. He would first flex as Humongosaur to try and match Mark in power, which leads into Mark easily being able to do so. Ben would try to smack him with his tail, but Mark would proceed to throw him into the ground, telling him to stand down before he gets serious.
Okay,
and now
Mark.
these two start getting progressively more and more mad at each other, with Ben using Big Chill to try and insta-freeze him. He would try and make a funny joke about him needing to chill out, but Mark would manage to break out of the ice. This was because Ben wasn't trying to fully subdue Mark, but Mark would take advantage of this and try and pummel Big Chill. But as
Okay.
Mark rushes in for another punch, Big Chill would phase through him, freezing Mark's hand and
I'm
allowing
sweating,
him to
bro.
switch into Jet Ray. This would allow Ben to blitz and tackle Invincible into
Dang.
the ground, and by this point Mark would have suffered some pretty critical damage. Considering
Yes.
Big Chill's feat in the null void bare minimum is almost 30 times stronger than Mark's best feat, with the only reason that he isn't dead being that Ben doesn't.
Bro, Mark just looks like he's beat up. Every single clip this dude showed, he's either busted open, bleeding, leaking, eye busted open. I ain't seen one video of Ben with any type of bruises or anything, man. I know they're two different variations of shows, but like even the art is him getting beat
Want
up.
him to be. Mark at this
Look at
point
Ben.
would try to not hold back, and he would just completely lose his cool. But Ben would decide
Oh, is
to
that
calm
him
the
losing his
situation
cool?
down by turning into goop. He'd perform a similar move to the Best Buy Martian Manhunter that fought Omni-Man and restrain Mark completely. And based off the feat that I mentioned with Goop earlier, there's actually no way Mark could overpower him, and he'd just give in or probably suffocate if it truly came to that. Ben doesn't like to kill people, but if he has to do it, he isn't necessarily afraid to do so. But I think more than likely he just incapacitate Mark, allowing him to secure the W. Now, for those who want to mention the MFTL and potential planet level scaling for Mark because he's gonna fight Conquest, I don't think this really matters too much, as Ben worst case scenario could just turn into way big or one of his stronger aliens and overwhelm him. And we know Jet Ray as well is definitely way faster
Bro, I
than
don't have my
32
water. Oh
million
my
times
God.
the speed of light, considering he's traveling
sounds like Ben won.
sized universe within a finite amount of time, meaning Jet Ray may just damn well be infinitely faster than Mark. We also know, at least in this adaptation of Invincible, consistently he's probably in those low end faster than light ranges.
Bro, it has
meaning
comics. I
characters
thought
like
this was just a TV show.
Chromastone and even Jet Ray's laser beams are probably going to be able to tag Mark. Now, I will say Ben definitely has ways he could lose here. If he goes Brainstorm or even tries the overpowering route with Humongosaur, Mark could easily take advantage and just yoink bro into space. However, Ben not only could turn into an alien that could survive and breathe in space, but even worst case scenario, turn into a Viltrumite himself. I think this would more than likely happen if this was a Ben 10 episode and he just gets a new alien so Wyatt could sell toys and ruin my franchise. But in a normal versus battle, I don't think Ben would just immediately go for the
He just
DNA
throw shade at
scanning.
Omniverse?
More than likely would probably just restrain him with goop or something and die the situation down. Regardless though, I believe Ben is taking down Invincible.
Hey, you had me scared for a good portion of this video. Tyler, I learned you're getting that like. Welcome to the rotation.
These two characters, though, realistically would get along, and a crossover between these two would go absolutely hard. Anywho, thanks for watching, and I'll see you guys.
I don't need to hear nothing else. I heard Ben. I should have ended it right when he said Ben 10-1. I should have just did a hard cut. But Tyler, thank you, Tyler. Hopefully y'all like that. We'll see another Ben 10 related video I think he has on his page, Mr. Tyler, and make sure y'all like his sub up if you made it this far. And suggest me any other Ben 10 stuff, and we'll check them out. Thank you, Tyler. You didn't ruin my day, bro. I just got home. Thank you.